What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of Car Yaps. This is a work in progress with the title, but the point being is this. I'd like to make a series where naturally, when I'm in the car, I'm either listening to rap, chill music, or podcasts. But instead, if I can have conversations with myself and with you guys, whoever's on the other end of these videos, and just talking about different topics and experiences that I'm going through each day, I feel like that could be beneficial not only for myself, but for any of you listening. So today, I wanted to make the topic about alcohol. And not in the dark sense of all the negatives that surround it, but the reality of holding yourself accountable for staying sober compared to letting yourself have a drink. For my life, I felt like the way I was raised definitely angled me towards getting used to drinking on a more regular basis, just based off of what I experienced in my family and the home itself. But then as I grew up, I knew that if I followed down the same footsteps, it wouldn't exactly look the best for me, because I didn't know where my life might be taking me with decisions like that. But even, for example, last night, right, I went out with some friends and loved ones, and we had a good time. And instead of waking up this morning and being so hard on myself, I'm happy. I'm joyous that I got to share that experience with the people that I care about the most. But there's others who will beat themselves up for the same actions because maybe they don't have the same mindset towards the discipline it takes to break a sober streak and get right back on it. But when I curated it in my mind as just a non-negotiable, I don't drink. I basically just didn't drink for a certain amount of time. And that allowed me to be even more disciplined, focused, and locked in areas of my life that usually might be getting a little bit left behind because of the alcohol and letting the vices in and distractions. And the worst part about having too much to drink is the consequences you face the next day. Grateful to say that I didn't wake up with a bad hangover this morning, and maybe that's why I'm feeling more uplifted about the whole experience. But it's all about knowing the limits, playing within it, as that one ad says, and just being aware of what you're truly able to handle. You always want to find that happy amount that you're playful in, you're more relaxed, maybe you're more confident to go up and talk to girls or just open up and be vulnerable with your friends and have a good time, but also understanding at what point is too far. Which point do I not need any more in me? And as long as you're aware of that level in your mind, I don't think it's a bad idea to just enjoy yourself every once in a while and spend that time with the people you love. It's really not. But it's when you're too hard on yourself and you cut out absolutely everything and you are your hardest critic and you don't let any of the noise in and you're only focused on your game, that there's a chance that you wear yourself too thin. You've been applying too much pressure on yourself. And some people can live and they can thrive off of that pressure. Others, unfortunately, can't. And they usually face the blunt end of the stick in that scenario. But for me, I knew depending on who I hung out with, how often I hung out with them, how often I went out, how often I was drinking alcohol, how often it was messing me up the next day for work. As long as I became in control of that side that truly lies in the addictive personality, I'd be okay. Because you have control of the situation and your awareness is at that level where naturally, when you're good to go, you can go out and have a good time and you'll be all right the next morning. You won't be hungover. But if you understand that you're somebody who suffers from an addictive personality or potentially something running through your bloodline, you have to just be aware of the consequences, of the repercussions, and every single action you take has an equal or similar reaction. So naturally, that's where these consequences lie. I wouldn't say that you want to blame anybody that's struggling to stop drinking or be upset at them if they don't want to drink with you, because that level of peer pressure is not cool. And a true friend doesn't usually approach things that way. They're going to be much more upfront, hearing you out, and with you every step of the way. But it's those that are unable to, it's those that are stuck in some sort of negative feedback loop where everything just revolves around them and the things they're suffering and going through, and they're using alcohol as a way to escape. Those are the people that you want to be careful going out with. Too many times, maybe every single Friday, Saturday night, same people are doing the same things in the same neighborhood with the same attitude, same energy level, and those are the individuals that might end up draining you rather than replenishing you. You got to think of your body as an energy source, and it's a battery that can be recharged in several ways, but it takes longer to recharge it than it does to spend that energy. Moral of the story, to wrap things up, to wrap this yap up, just be aware, be conscious of what you're choosing to eat, what you're choosing to drink, what that effect might have on your system, the attitude you carry with you when you do drink. Be kind to those around you, and don't be too hard on yourself. If you're in control of your vices and situation, but you choose to have a drink every once in a while, and at the end of the day, remember to always be your biggest fan and have your own back. If you're ever suffering and you just need that support, be there for yourself first before you expect anybody else to be there with you. All right, 7 minutes in on the first yap. We're signing off. Take it easy, and drop a comment down below if you agree, or if you've also either struggled yourself or known somebody that struggled with alcohol or substance abuse in the past. I'd love to hear some stories in the comments below. Take it easy. Have a good Friday.